Welcome back to Marketing 100 with me and Kale, where we're on a mission to share 100 marketing ideas with you to help you grow your salon business. What are we talking about today, Kale?
Purchasing products online. I think this is one of those things that not a lot of salon businesses actually take advantage of. There's so many opportunities to market and sell products online, so many more opportunities than you have when someone's just in your salon. With email marketing now being a more and more common feature for salon software, there's even more opportunities to highlight products, to offer promotions, really stay in your clients' minds more regularly.
I couldn't agree more. I think any strategy, any marketing idea that we share on this channel where we talk about adding another income stream, having another stream of revenue to the business, gets me excited. It adds stability to your business. It gives you another way to earn income than on your core business, which is your service business. This is a good example of that.
It allows you to create brand awareness. I mean, not only for your business, but also for the products you offer, right? Like you can establish those products as limited, as desirable, as valuable. You can also separate them sort of in the minds of your clients as things that are professional. With the rise of cosmetology direct to consumer businesses like Ulta and some of the other ones that are on the market now, there's so much more opportunity for people to go out and buy, professional grade products elsewhere, or see those professional grade products as maybe not something that you need a professional to recommend to you, right? But the fact of the matter is that it's really important for salon professionals to differentiate their products and identify them as professional, sort of retain their position as authoritative when it comes to recommending products, when it comes to being a hair doctor, like we talk about on the show here. So establishing that demand, making those products seem prestigious, all of those things are important. And capturing demand for those things is a really time-sensitive game. And I think that's really part of what's most important about being able to market products online, and most importantly, make them available for purchase and pick up in store. And that's really what I want to talk about today. You can sell products online, that's great, but shipping is a huge, huge, huge burden. And it's not something that I think a lot of salon owners really want to do. And so the major crux here is allowing clients to buy those products online, but allowing them to pick those products up in store the next time they do come to visit.
And so I think like selling products online is not an easy thing, right? There's a lot that actually goes into it, and we'll talk more about that in a moment. In what cases would you say, is it relevant for a salon to consider starting to sell products online? Like when does it really make sense? And when is it like, might as well skip it?
It's more broadly applicable to salons if you have a pickup in store option, regardless of the size, right? Because then you don't really have to worry about the bandwidth that you need to be able to ship products or to be able to dedicate somebody to handling those online sales, packaging them up, handling inventory and stuff like that. A lot of those things can be really complicated. So one, if you are going to offer a ship option, it would probably be for a salon that has bigger staff and more budget to handle those kinds of things and can sort of establish themselves in a space like that. When it comes to a pickup in store option, you have a lot more flexibility. So I think in that case, like you can be a small business, and basically what you're doing is you're just extending your business hours in a way where people can make purchases and you're able to sort of have those products set aside and ready to go the next business day whenever they want to come in, and not really have to worry about the extra time and labor that it would take to identify, pack, ship, and handle those parts of the business. A bigger salon, you might have more products to offer. And in that case, it's more important to differentiate specific products, So maybe you focus on your higher margin products, right? For offering them online, because you have more chance to push those. And those are your big dollar makers, right? A salon that does more volume and they need to get rid of a lot of extra product that they have, they can run clearance sales and things like that where people can clean up on stuff that they do want to move before the product goes bad, right? Because if that product goes bad, it's trash, it's waste, it's a write-off. Having a purchase option ready when the mood strikes your clients is really what we're talking about here. And it's crucially important for making a sale. Like we know how fickle demand is, and impulsivity is a major factor in buying behavior. So the longer you wait to fulfill that need, the more likely you are to lose that sale to an Ulta or, a Cosmoprof if somebody's got like a friend who's a stylist or whatever. It's about getting people to purchase things proactively. And part of hitting them at that right moment is about knowing when they buy, knowing how often they buy and what types of products they buy and about how long it takes for those products to be used. You can inch up that line and sort of market those products to them earlier on. Send them messages saying things like, hey, you're probably almost out of X product. let's skip your next bad hair day. We talk about Mango Mint a lot in that new flows feature, how you can track behavior. You can see how long ago somebody purchased something and send a message to them. Maybe they do it every 4 months and you send them a message at 3 months, right? To remind them to buy with a slight incentive, a slight discount, whatever the case is. Those sorts of things, capturing that demand and letting people buy things proactively so they never run out, allows you to sort of market to that feeling of almost like FOMO, like, I don't want to have a bad hair day, so I'm going to make sure I don't run out of this product at all at any point. This is especially true for hair care, of all things, especially in the case of like color treated or chemically treated hair. There's a lot of products that are really important to ensure that your hair stays healthy and that it looks good and that it's styled properly. So that's why I always highly recommend this pickup in store option. You can essentially market to someone before they need something, inch up that time where they buy, and have it ready for them next time they come in, right? It's sort of preempting the sale and taking some of the work out of doing that in the salon. So you can focus on recommending new products when they're in the chair. And we'll talk a little bit more about how to recommend products in our next episode. But this is one of those things that allows you to extend that window of when you're actually capturing people's attention, capturing that demand, and really making the most out of your opportunities to stay top of mind for your clientele.
And I really like the direction you're going in there with like the personalization thing. And, because I think that is what makes you as a salon business different from whatever, the Amazon or like whatever other online store or online retailer, which often have like even better margins, right? Because they're buying big volumes, so they can do even like, more attractive pricing in products.
Absolutely.
So what you have as a salon is really like that expertise and knowledge about your client. So I think to really be able to win here and to be successful with selling products online, you kind of need to go down that and play to what are your unique strengths as a salon business versus some of these big e-tailers. And to me, that comes down to the knowledge about the clients. You actually like see them every so often, right? And you know what their hair is, what their hair needs. You know their purchasing behavior, and you know when you're coming back. And you can tailor that whole experience around that. During the COVID period, I was working with a few business owners who were not selling online before, but started to do it during the pandemic. And the ones that I saw that were mostly successful were the ones that really like offering these like personalized packages where it was really like tailored to that specific client, and using kind of that data and that intel that they had on those clients, and offering that as a service. If you have brands that you sell that is not available in other places, that's one thing. But if you're selling brands that are exist in other places, you need to kind of bring your expertise, your knowledge about your client to have that extra value that makes it a no-brainer for them to be either like subscribing to those products or ordering them directly from your eShop.
We talk about memberships a lot and why they're so great, that recurring revenue model. That's something you can also do with products. You know what I mean? Like if there's a product that your client buys every few months, you can put that on a replenishment that can be ready to go for them next time they come in. It doesn't have to be something that they only purchase when they think about it. If it's something that they love and they want every time, that's obviously an option. And I mean, that can be done in lots of ways. If they want to switch it out for a new product, sometimes it's good to try a new product on your hair because your hair gets used to things. Maybe you got to switch it up with shampoos, conditioners, styling products, whatever. It's important to have the ability to be flexible with those sorts of things and evolve with your client over time. You're establishing yourself as an authority. You are their hair doctor, and you're also prescribing things to them that are going to be good for their hair. They're going to keep them looking good, and they're going to make them feel good about themselves. Most importantly, offer convenience, offer personalization, and stay top of mind with your clientele. You're tackling every one of those things by marketing to them online, selling to them online, and getting them back into your store to pick things up. Because the more times that they're in your doors, the more opportunities that you have to sell to them or to get them in for a quick service.
Make it simple in the beginning, right? We don't need to like make it overly complex and build this huge store, right? And add a lot of complexity before we even start, right? Offering gift cards that people can buy and come in for their service, right? At least you can kind of start to play with the marketing mechanic of sending that type of communication out to your clients, seeing if they engage, if they actually go to your store and they order those. Like, how can you add value that the other big e-retailers cannot? If it's through assortment, if it's through recommendation, personalization, like what's your thing there that, makes it a no-brainer that people need to be ordering from you? I think that's just important that we don't just make it a super complex thing. We try to build this online store, make something very complex before we have really like tested the waters and seeing that people are actually like engaging with you and like wanting things and then learning as we go, and then like build your assortment and trying to understand what you should be offering.
As salon owners, a lot of people come from behind the chair. They're not necessarily tech wizards or, software testers or anything like that. And that learning a new software or tool can be really complicated. So keeping it simple is going to be the most important thing. I highly recommend Shopify. Shopify owns like 29% of the entire e-commerce market for a reason. Shopify is super easy to set up. They've got integrations with a lot of modern booking softwares as well, so it makes it easier to handle inventory. We use Mango Mint here at the Salon Business. They're a great example. They give you a lot of integration options, and specifically Mango Mint integrates directly with Shopify. We love that. It makes selling products online much easier. And it's a huge bonus if you also sell like merch, like we talked about in an earlier episode too. You can sell your merchandise online too. You can also market it on your website. So there's a lot of crossover there. Shopify is the major one I would recommend. WooCommerce and Wix are also other options that you can consider as well. Choose one that integrates well with your software, with your tools, with your workflow. And honestly, the most important thing here is that it works with your level of technical knowledge, right? We don't want something that's going to be hard to use or that you're going to shy away from or that's going to make an inventory mess.
Shopify honestly does that beautifully. It's like it's so easy to create something that looks really good and is the kind of shop and store that people are used to shopping from.
If you choose a platform that has great payment options included in it, it makes it a whole lot easier to handle payment and things like that. A lot of people use, Shopify Pay or PayPal or Apple Pay or Google Pay. And a lot of those are supported directly by Shopify, which makes it really easy for people to one-click checkout, two-click checkout, whatever it is for that. That's really another important thing here is making checkout as easy as possible. The least amount of thinking that one of your clients needs to do to get between, oh yeah, I need this thing or I want this thing and I paid for it and it's ready to go, the better.
If we should try to wrap this up, so let's try to summarize what are the key takeaways here if, for those listening to this who are interested in starting an online store, being able to sell online, what should they take with them from today?
Do a little bit of research on this and make sure that it's something that you feel like you're prepared for. Make sure that whatever you're going to use to sell online, you know how it works, you know what the investment up front is, you know that it integrates with your payment system or your salon software, and then see if you have the tools on hand to be able to market these products online, right? So does your salon software have an email marketing suite? Does it have the ability to tell you when your clients bought a product last or had an appointment last so that you can, keep in mind that time frame and market to them at a time that's relevant to them and with messaging that's relevant to them. Make sure that you've got the skill, the time, the product, and the marketing ability to make those things work with your tools and with the people that you have on hand. And if you feel like you're ready to make that step, make that step. It doesn't actually require too much investment up front because it's basically just a software purchase integration, and it doesn't require, a lot of extra hands or cash on hand to make that happen for potentially a major increase in the amount of profit that you're able to bring in just by offering this one extra service for your salon business.
All right, everyone, that's what we had for you today. Kale and I are back here every week as we share marketing ideas to help you grow your salon business. And this week we talked about online sales, selling products online, which is certainly one of those. We're leaving links and resources in the description to this video where you can go if you want to check out the tools that we're using and recommending if you want to start selling online, including Mango Mint, where we have a special offer for those of you interested in trying that platform. Thanks for tuning in today, and we look forward to seeing you inside of an upcoming video.